Okay. Oh, such boys, such boys. That's too thin. So may I have? Thank you, Giulietta. And that's a bit short, but you know, it's a bit short. Which one? Oh, that's good. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So we have this one and that long one. So rather than lying on this hard roller, you want to roll it up into something that you can tolerate, or else you're going to scream blue murder. Yeah. Yeah, that one's good. So, yep. So long. Huh? I know. And then you'd have to, you can't roll up Target like this. Then you've got to unroll it and do it all over again. Now, I think this fits you. Would you mind lying on it with your pelvis here and your head there? I'll show you push. You're pushing me? Are you pushing me? Are you pushing me? No, no. It's too hard for your front, for your back. Too many soft bits at the front. Pelvis, no, pelvis up here. Head up there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's it. Now, some of you I know need head supports when you're lying on the ground, right? Depending on the gushiness of your roller, you may or may not need a head support, because if it's a gushy roller, you'll sink into a little bit like a mattress and you won't need so much. But so this is the position that you'll get into eventually in this ATM, lying on the roller. And if your roller is too small, not quite good. Too big starts to get dangerous. No. I said starts to get dangerous. Depends on if you like danger, this is for you. Beautiful. Okay. Danger. Yeah. Now you can see you're starting to have fun already. Okay, good. You're not pushing with the feet, are you? so you're pulling. Well, actually, no. Well, actually, I'm going to go serious. You know that you can only generate a push with a pull in terms of your own body. Muscles pull bones. The pulling of the bones then generates a force. So really, every force that we generate into the world is the consequence of a series of pulls. There's only, I might be wrong. You keep going, you're having fun. Yeah. There's only one muscle in your body that will push. Sphincter. That's like a scissor. It's like, okay, that's enough. Too long, cut it short. No. Put your tongue up against your palate, a hard palate, and push your palate. Can you feel? No. That muscle stiffens and pushes. You pucker your lips. Push your finger forward. Can you push your finger forward? Muscles pull. So you see, there's always an exception. Always an exception. There's always an exception. Now, we're going to have this conversation for 2 weeks. I think I've flushed. Yeah. So there's something about this roller that's unstable. It's the nature of the beast. If you want it to be completely unstable, more unstable, of course, you would, in the yoga studio, do you use the firm rollers, the foam ones? Or? Yeah. So they're much firmer. Yeah. The firmer the roller, the less it deforms, and so the less surface contact it is. Yeah? Now, the fact that the roller is on the carpet, that's going to make it less, more stable. If you put it on the hard floor, and there's even less friction, that's even less stable. So we don't want initially in the first setup to you to feel too unstable. Why? Because the tendency will be to stiffen up, and as soon as you stiffen up, I'm going to use technical language now, you reduce your degrees of freedom. Each joint has certain movement capacities. When you stiffen the musculature, those capacities momentarily disappear. Instead of having, so if I stiffen my arm, instead of having many joints of possibility, I now have one. That's it. Yeah. When here, if you want to be, may I? Yeah. You see? Because she's not stiffened herself, there's a little bit of availability everywhere. That means she can keep herself balanced on this roller. And this is the FI practice that we're going into this afternoon. But we're introducing it with an ATM. Now, there's another thing that, so I've designed, this ATM is designed for this purpose and for another purpose. So I've combined two ATMs into one. Usually they're done separately. The first part of the ATM, can I just hold this in front of you? I won't be. So, you know, we have this imaginary dividing line between left and right, you know? And it's called the mid-sagittal plane, the midline, your center, whatever you want to call it. But it's kind of make-believe. I can't see it. Yeah. Matter of fact, it's so make-believe that some people have a hard time understanding why it's so important. Well, what's so important about that? Now, the advantage of lying on a roller that's not too big with a big circumference is that you end up lying on it eventually when you're balanced and not falling off to the left and not falling off to the right. You're lying on it in a place that's literally in the middle. And that's a clear experience when there's an equal distribution of mass on either side and you're not pushing the floor. Now don't push the floor, right? Just hover around the floor. I'm not teasing you, actually. Now I'm being really serious. Yeah. So that means if you don't intentionally use your feet, then you must find something in here to keep you constantly balanced. And if you stay there long enough with this little tick, 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 a sensation appears, an experience appears that otherwise would not. And that's the purpose of every kind of design. For the person experiencing that design to have a little bit of what the designer had in mind when you're witnessing it. Yeah? That's every designer's hope, you know. Now, the last part of the lesson, you'll hear me. This is a recorded lesson. This is the lesson I taught in Sydney. So I won't be teaching this live. The last part of the lesson, as we're getting towards the end, you'll hear me ask, can you please elegantly roll off the roller? Could you please elegantly roll off the roller? Yeah. Nice. Yeah. And now lie on your back. And notice we didn't do anything special. What's it feel like to lie on the floor having just hung around there for a little while? Okay. Yeah. So a certain experience has emerged. Okay. And if you come up to standing, See, you just never know, right? Okay. Thank you, Julieta. Yeah. So prepare yourself a roller that you can lie on and have it lying somewhere close by you. So when the time comes, you don't have to disturb yourself too much. Yes, of course you can.